the third speaker of the day, Toastmaster Insiyah. Between the pages, Toastmaster Insiyah. Over to you.
Hello, everyone, Toastmasters and guests. Today, as I was getting ready to deliver my icebreaker speech, I was feeling a mix of excitement and nervousness. For someone who is extremely comfortable with the written word, speaking in public for me has always been a challenge. But then life cannot be lived inside one's comfort zone forever, right? So here I am with my icebreaker speech today. My personal journey began many years ago in the bustling city of Mumbai, where I spent my early years. Mumbai is a very busy city, but it's also very safe. So, as young children, my younger brother and I may not have had the large parks of Delhi to play in, but we had a lot of friends in the building and a lot of freedom to wander around outside the building as well. My parents were never worried that we would get lost. If we went off too far, somebody would recognize us and drag us back home. So it was a very different way of life. But then when I was about 7 years old, we moved to Delhi to live with my grandparents. Now, this was a real turning point, but a positive one. Because what child would not like to live with their grandparents who are constantly spoiling them? There were also new adventures because Delhi homes are so much larger. We now had huge gardens and big trees which we would climb and pluck fruits of, which is a lot of fun for young children. Sometimes there would be mulberries, what we call shaitut. Other times there were raw mangoes. And then there was a third fruit which we didn't get in Mumbai in those days, jamun. But yes, there were challenges too. One of the earlier ones was that of language. I was now in a city where everyone spoke Hindi, not Marathi like I was used to in Mumbai. And I didn't know Hindi. So I struggled with that for some time. Also, because Delhi is considered much less safe than Mumbai, now I could no longer be sent to school holding hands with the other older kids. Now a car and driver had to be arranged to drop us off and then pick us up in the afternoon. So there was a little less freedom in one sense, but more freedom in other ways. But in all of these changes in life, one thing remained constant: my love for books. As a tomboy and a bookworm, my pocket money was reserved only for books. While the other kids were buying ice creams and Imli toffees, my 5 rupees per week would go straight into my piggy bank. And then I would sit for hours reading fancy tales of fairies and pixies and adventures of the famous five and secret seven. Sometimes I would even forget to eat. Later, I would sit by myself, take out my little notebook, and try to write stories like my favorite author, Enid Blyton, although with much less success, of course. Over the years, I took up a career in journalism and academia. Pursuing higher education introduced me to the world of academic writing and research, where I found another avenue to express my passion for words and ideas. Although the demands of academia were really quite rigorous, I found myself drawn to narratives, always trying to uncover the stories behind the data and the analysis. And of course, the love of books always remained. As adulthood settled in, I found a new passion of political analysis, exploring the intricate nuances of politics, government policies, and power dynamics became a kind of fascination for me. And that was now a new, fresh lens through which I was looking at the world. Now, fast forward to today, and I can happily share that I'm in the process of writing my first book, which is scheduled for release by September. This project is very special to me because it marries both my passions of storytelling as well as understanding the world through political events. But despite all of one's accomplishments, life can never be free of challenges. And despite my comfort with language, there remains the challenge of speaking on public platforms. For me, the words might flow effortlessly onto paper, but articulating them aloud while standing on a stage in front of an audience, that's a different story altogether. It is this challenge that brings me here today. So, as I begin my new journey with all of you, I am reminded of the words of a wise author. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. And so, with this love for reading, writing, and a dash of courage, I have arrived here today. Thank you very much.